Hey everyone, so I thought today I'd like to demonstrate how to perform the Turkish Get Up with the kettlebell and also highlight some of the places where people tend to go wrong, some of the common errors that I see coaching this movement for people as well. Okay, so I'm just literally going to kick it off by executing the movement. I'll do a couple of repetitions and then I'm going to break down those common errors, like I said. I'll do one more for good luck. And to come back to the center here, we're going to just have a look at the first position where I see the most mistakes made is actually the initial part of this getting up sequence, this sit up. So I'm just going to go into position. Sean's going to come down and just kind of pan around, and I'll talk through as I'm executing the movement as well. Okay? So we start the movement with the same side arm pressed out and the same side leg bent up. Okay, I'm going to ask Sean to come around this other side because we're going to focus on the action on this side of the body. Okay? What I see people doing as they initiate this movement is I see excessive flexion of the spine, okay? People are crunching themselves up and they're loading up their abdomen too much. Instead of sitting up like so, what I want to do is base my hand nice and wide, base my foot nice and wide, and then actually use my torso and my trunk more like a barrel, and it's this rolling motion. Okay, I get up one side of my hip and one side of my shoulder girdle, okay? In this way, I'm able to keep a nice long trunk as I come to this position. You see, there was no flexion of the spine. I didn't come into this position. So I stay nice and long throughout. One more time, okay? I drive off of this leg through the heel and I roll. Then I come to the elbow and then to the hand and so on, okay? So that's the first mistake. Now we're gonna look at the second mistake. Okay, so the next common error we see is to do with the transition. So as I go from a seated position, this is the top of the sit-up portion of the get-up, okay? And then what we want to do from here is raise the hip and pull the leg through, like so, okay? Something to appreciate about this position is that I have a fairly upright shin in terms of this angle here. Okay, you can see that the knee is stacked on top of the ankle joint. Okay, and then the common error we see as we pull the legs through is that we see people ending up in this position here. Okay, their knee is in excessive flexion and their hips are kind of switched off here. I want to have a hip that is raised, okay, and active. You see how I'm able to pull that back? And what I can do then is go into my half kneeling windmill portion of the movement. If I'm stacked too far back here, people find it difficult to get the correct tension up through the side of the torso in order to pull themselves up straight. Okay, so a nice drill for that, just to practice unweighted, is to go from here, drive the hip up. Notice I'm going to externally rotate, relax the leg, pull it through, pull it through, pull it through. This is our ideal position, okay? The hip is up, not back here, okay? Look at this, I'm already putting my spine into flexion. There's no way I'm going to be able to hold a decent amount of weight up overhead. More active, again, longer torso, engage the hips. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful, and whoever's out there trying to master their Turkish Get Up can use those tips to enhance your training and just get the most out of your kettlebells, because they're truly very versatile and just something that I believe in and something that I use a lot of as well. So until next time, let's leave it there.